All right, hello YouTube. So some of you have been looking at my channel for the Mini Mate camper. This is also a little bit about my Goldwing, since some people have pointed out that I never really said what I tow with and why I chose a Goldwing. So right behind me there you can see my 2012 Goldwing. It is let me turn this around. Makes it easier for me. All right, so this is the 2012 Goldwing. It is the 1800cc. It is the NaviXM model. So I do have navigation, GPS, radio, including XM radio. It is not the ABS or airbag model. So there is another line above this for that year. But it was one of the first, I believe it was the first year for the newer styling with the teardrop style bags in the back and the paint scheme. I picked this up used from a gentleman just to the north of us who traded it in at Scott's Power Sports in Coopersburg, and it was a great deal price wise. Came with new Shinko touring tires, which I have almost 9,000 miles on now with no issues, and hope to get the rest of the season out of them. The chrome, as you see it, is pretty much the way the guy had it set up, so I really didn't add any chrome to the bike. The things I did add were this LED side saddlebag light and the stainless steel Goldwing emblem on the bottom of the passenger boards. So we'll light them up in a second. The things I love about it, well, it's a Goldwing, so that's enough said, right? It is a cruise machine. It's good for touring. I love it. I've done 605 miles in a single day is my longest day, and it was great. Got off the bike, did some work the next day, then the third day got back on the bike and began the trip home. Oops. All right, well, so there you hear it's the AM FM radio right now as the nav's booting up. So we'll turn that off there. So everybody's like, oh man, look at all the buttons. Well, you're driving half of a Honda Civic. I mean, you got everything in here that you could ever want. But there you can see my passenger pegs. They light up. The side saddlebags are integrated with turn signals. Of course, since it's red and I love Snoopy, it's the Red Baron. And we have Snoopy and Fifi custom decal that we had made for us. And over here's Woodstock. So everybody's like, wow, there's so many buttons. Well, in reality, yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. You got a clear, intuitive, regular stuff up top. As you can see, it's got 33,534 miles on it as of today, and I bought it 2 years ago with, I think it was 21,300 or 23,100. So I had a real good year last year despite the pandemic. I got a lot of traveling in, and we're getting a soft start this year, but getting better. So we have CB, high, low beam, volume, etc. on the left handlebar. Down at your left knee, conveniently placed, you have all your radio and intercom functions with the nice button that's right here, auto select. Hold that in on the radio stations, it automatically scans, fills all your 6 buttons up as you go from one zone to another as you're doing long distance traveling. On the right hand side, we've got our preload for the rear suspension and the headlight adjustment there. And this is the nav panel that you can use while you're stationary to get everything plugged in and set up for you. And of course you got reverse, which I only have used once in an actual need. I mean, I've used it 3 times just to try it, but only once in an actual need. If you think about where you're parking first, you usually don't need it. And then the cruise control. So yes, it's a 930 pound beast, only when it's sitting there. You move that thing a few inches and your feet are off the ground, and we are up and running. And it's a nice, sporty machine. I love the way it handles in the roads, the back roads here, especially in Pennsylvania. On the highway, man, put those foot pegs out there, hit the cruise at 70, and you just kind of cruise along right there, just below 3,000 RPMs. I'll get 42, 43 miles to the gallon, and just sitting in comfort. So really a great machine for me. My wife loves sitting there on the back and taking trips. As you may have seen, we did the recent trip with our mini mate. So tonight I just upgraded the turn signals to LED in the rear end. I've had a few issues with LEDs in the past, but what I ended up going with, we'll start it up here just so it's... So in the front, I have the LED headlights, turn signals, and you see down here at the bottom, they are just running lights that are integrated into the floodlight system. So now when I put the turn signal on, you see up top, but also down below, and those are the show chrome tritium floodlights down on the bottom. And the electrical connection, daylight running system up top, electrical connection, high and low beam LEDs in the headlights, rear lights, LED, and like I said, the side here, when I have the turn signals on, turns again with the saddlebags turn on. So from your side profile or a quartering profile, you have some ability to be seen as well. So there's a little bit of a snapshot there of our Goldwing. I'm getting ready to head out to Flight 93 in Pennsylvania this weekend with our other Goldwing members. I'll be taking the mini mate, doing some camping while I'm out there, and in observance of the 20 years already that it's been since 9/11 occurred. So if you have any questions, feel free, post it down there. I'll try to answer them. But if you haven't rented a Goldwing, definitely be ready when you do, because you'll be trading in your bike, that's for sure. And hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be back again with some more content in the future.